Hello and welcome to Whiteland Restorations.
We're going to do a little bit of a how-to guide this week.
Yes, we are.
We are.
So, this is a brand new wing for a Toyota GT86, not
Oh
a Subaru.
my god, you did really
not
well
a
there.
Subaru.
You did really well. I thought you were going to call it a GT Subaru.
A Subaru 86.
No, we have got a lovely factory original part.
This is for another YouTuber.
It is for another YouTuber, Josh Sanders.
This is the biggest risk and the biggest project I've ever taken on.
He's doing a bit of a rebuild on this.
Who knew there were more than 2 YouTubers in West Wales?
What are the chances?
Yeah, about 3 or 4.
But we're gonna show you what to do, because you've obviously, you've got a car, you've damaged a wing, you've gone to the dealer and you've ordered an original proper part.
So what are the next steps?
What do you do?
That's what we need. That's what we are going to run through today. Every step, every painstaking, long, drawn-out step.
Because surprise, surprise, the car's not black. It's actually
also
metallic orange.
A bit of a bugger of a colour.
It is. But Lewis will show you how he will conquer that, do his best.
Well, we'll do our best. We don't have the car here, so blending is not an option.
No, we are painting a wing on it.
We're also doing it economically for him, so it doesn't cost him an arm and a leg, because this car has been a pain in the arse.
You can say that again. Like I said, go and check out the video.
Yeah.
But how about we start with step 1? Right, step 1, before you even leave the parts counter, check the panel over.
We need to check it over and make sure it's not actually a Subaru.
Would you look at that?
Oh no.
No, it's not going to fit.
Oh man. So step 1 complete.
Yep.
We have checked over the panel. We have found it fitting. Well, I don't know if it fits. There's no bit on the car. That's Josh's problem.
I assume it fits. It is a proper part.
It's not bent. It's not dented in any way. It is straight and true. Step 2, cleaning. This is some sticky stuff that was left on from the packing.
Yeah.
We've got to get that off before we can do any form of keying up. So let's get that off.
Decontamination commence.
This is worth industry clean. It smells like oranges.
It's lovely.
It's like a goo gone. You don't have to use this stuff. You could use anything just to get it off. It's also nearly empty.
It's good for sticker residue. It's like Goo Gone on steroids, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's just spray it on a bit and let it soak in, and better if you can hold it upright.
Oh, it smells delicious.
I like to use a bit of a plastic scraper to start with. Look how well that comes off. Sorry, I'll do it towards the camera.
Yeah, that's lovely stuff.
Yeah, it's all on there now. Look.
Yeah. Hold on, not focused. There you go. Gloop.
Step 3, more cleaning. I like to do this as a great step. I'm going to degrease it both sides just in case there's any of that horrible silicons or oils on it that you don't want affecting your paint finish at the end.
No, it will be horrible.
So this is just a panel wipe or panel degreaser.
Is that the anti-silicon?
This is the anti-silicon one.
This is the anti-silicon one. Even though we have no silicon in the workshop, we still use anti-silicon.
Yeah, so I'm just going to give it.
Yeah.
I like to use a microfiber actually. We found these lovely white ones on Amazon. And we'll do our best to keep links in descriptions for what we use, so these white microfibers will be in there.
Yeah. But we get most of our materials from IPS, our degreasers and paints and thinners and stuff, so you check them out. And also, all the links that I put in the description, a majority of them are actually affiliate links. So you're actually helping out the channel if you use those links and go ahead and buy them. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but we do get a little bit of commission from the old Amazon or eBay if we're
we
sharing
get a
our
lovely kickback, don't we, from that?
Yeah, we get enough to buy like a takeaway every 6 months.
Every year. It helps with the coffee supply.
Yeah, it does the tea bar.
I can tell these are lovely quality parts.
They're
Look at the
lovely
sound
colour,
deadening pads that are in them.
I was actually quite surprised to see that installed. Yeah. Usually they're absolutely bone stock naked, aren't they?
Yeah.
But no, it's really nice. And up there, look, it's like a rubbing strip as well.
Must be.
Very nice. I have to say, I'm very impressed.
Oh, it's even stamped Subaru.
Yeah, look, it's stamped Subaru.
Oh, no.
Subaru.
Yeah, that should be very clean and tidy and ready
for step 4.
Step 4.
What's step 4?
Shall we have a look at colour?
Oh, should we, before we move on to step 4?
Before we get into keying up,
let's see what we're going to paint.
Let's find a colour.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the mixing room.
This is where the magic happens.
This is where all the concocting, this is the witchcraft. This is why you're in charge.
Yeah, because it's science.
Because you're a witch.
But here we go. We have been given this panel by Josh to match the colour to, because this is the colour of the car. It is on a curve, but we do our best. Now, we have done our research. We've used our Octral Coins software to find out the colour and what recipe it is, and it's come back that there's 3 different mutations for this colour. We have mixed them, we have sprayed them out. Can you see the difference there, guys, between them?
Can you see it?
You see?
Not really.
Well, take my word for it, those 3 are very different shades of
Try to
orange.
have a light on them a little bit, maybe. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah?
No, not really.
No, not really.
They look identical on camera.
Well, trust us. Right,
They're
so
very-
we have decided with Lewis's expert eye that this mutation is the closest match to the panel. Now, obviously, in an ideal world, we would have the car here and we would blend the colour into the other panels and you wouldn't be able to see. Unfortunately, we have just got to paint a wing, so it's as good as it's going to get. But there we go. That's our colour. And do you know what the best thing about this system is? Come here, look. Look in my cupboard. Look at all these different tints we've got. I can make any colour you like from all of these different bits, mix them together like a potion, not unlike a witch, and create any colour. And I love it. It's science.
Let's pause the video there and remind you all that we are doing a raffle.
Yes, you could be in with a chance of winning that amazing Milwaukee Fuel Impact gun set.
So many tools.
So many tools and batteries and chargers. We'll put a picture here. The link will be in the description. Go and check it out. It is a fantastic prize for all you automotive lovers.
We are so close to the end of the draw. We're a couple of 100 tickets away from selling. They're only a quid each. Grab a handful of tickets, you might win.
When the last ticket sells, the draw will happen. It'll be gone.
It'll be instant. We won't get a say. It'll just be boom, done.
Boom, boom, done.
Boom, boom, done.
Right, guys, back to the video.
Is it stage 4?
Yeah, we're on stage 4.
Oh man. What was the colour mixing paint stage then?
That was 3A.
3A. Right. We're losing track of our stages.
Yeah.
Keying up, the most important stage. You've got to key the panel. Ain't nothing going to stick to shiny stuff. You can't just grab this wing and slap some paint on it and it'll be all right. So for that, I'm going to be using these lovely soft pads. They're
brilliant. They're like a hybrid sandpaper foam. They get into all the contours and everything.
They're easy
really
to work with as well. This is a 500 grit, and then to get into all these little tiny nooks and crannies, a little bit of grey scotch. There are different grades of scotch, different colours. This is the correct one for metallic paint.
Red one is a little bit coarser, grey is finer.
And the more silvery your colour, the finer you want to sand. So
those pigments like to settle in those nooks and crannies.
A little bit of
water
to make this live a bit longer and scratch less, if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's start here where it's a little bit soapy water, which is going to help it clean as well.
You basically need to get all the shine off this panel. You don't want any shiny spots. It all needs to be uniformly dull.
Yeah.
Not unlike myself.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me then.
You can't be dull when you own a Volvo, babe. There we go.
Shall we dry that up and see what we've got?
Let's have a look. Oh, look, you can see already got black coming off.
Let me grab a dry thing.
A dry thing?
Yeah.
Technical terms now. Technical.
Yeah, the same microfiber we were using earlier.
There we go. It has gone from shiny black coating to dull matte black coating once it's dried. Whee! Look at that. Before and after. Now do that all over the panel.
That's not going to take us too long at all.
Not at all. So I'll leave you to crack on with that, and then we're going to go and actually mix that paint.
Let's mix the paint.
Look at all the colours that go into making that orange. Isn't that crazy? That orange is a mix of all of these. This is actually a flop additive. It makes the particles in the paint all stand in the right direction, so you get a nice finish. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
You're right. So we're going to start off. We're only doing a small mix, so we're going to use our small scales to make sure they're zeroed. And we're going to start off with 110.2 grams. Can't forget my tissue.
Yeah, you don't want any chunks of the stuff going in.
Falling in. I always make sure it's clean.
Chunk of stuff is adding weight, but not adding paint.
Well, that's nice. Put that on a t-shirt. Right, 110.2. Let's go.
Whilst Leanne's busy conjuring up the formulation for the paint, I think it'd be best to go and finish up the keying up. So that's the last of the 500. And getting in there with the grey scotch, making sure all those little nooks and crannies are nice and matte. A quick wipe with a damp microfiber will wash off all the nasties, and you should look a little bit like this when you're done, ready to take that paint.
Right, all of the tinters are in the pot, and now it's time for the best bit. I love this. Mixy mixy. So we're going to put them all together. Look, oh, we're very purple. There we go, finished.
Yeah, that's definitely the wrong colour so far.
It'll come together.
Oh, it's coming.
It's coming.
That's what we want.
You wouldn't believe that there was purple in there, would you? Oh, it's coming together.
It's still a bit red.
Still a bit red.
I don't know if it's going to do it.
It'll be fine. Oh, look, it's coming. What you've got to do is you've got to make sure you get all the tinters off the side. See all that magenta and yellow down there? It needs to be mixed in.
So we're all keyed up and ready to go. The paint is mixed. Hopefully we're somewhere in the ballpark. Now this is a colour with quite a bit of a flip in it. So ideally we would be blending into the door, into the bumper, into the bonnet. Unfortunately we don't have that. So the chances are the colour's not going to be 100%, but we've got it as close as we can. So next stage is another clean. I know we spend as much time cleaning as we do keying, and that is probably true. So another wipe down with the microfiber, brand new clean microfiber, and a panel wipe. Make sure you get behind all the edges as well as on top of all the surfaces. This will help pick up all those last bits of water that you were using. You don't want water in it, definitely not. That's how dirty that was after I washed it with the water. Quite impressive really, isn't it? How much it hides in all those little nooks and crannies. And the cleaner we make it, the cleaner our paint's going to come out. And that brings us on to our next step, which is prepping ourselves and prepping the room, ready to paint this lovely wing. Firstly, a light sprinkling of water will help keep down that annoying dust. And then secondly, I am wearing a paint suit. This is something not only to stop the paint fumes getting at you, but getting any dust you have on yourself onto the product you're trying to make really nice. Also worth having a mask. This is only a small job, so I'm just going to be using a cartridge mask. Make sure there's no dust and stuff on this that can fall off as you're looking over it and going into your paint. I'm not talking from experience. Oh no. No. And for paint application, I'm going to be using my lovely DV1s. I do absolutely adore these guns. They leave such a nice finish. One is for base coat and one is for clear coat. So let's get some paint in a gun and get it on the wing. This particular shade of orange actually requires a grey base coat, which is very convenient for us because it was the same shade as the wet on wet primer we're going to be using. I promise you this is the last time I'm going to degrease this panel, but it isn't the end of the cleaning because there is a tack rag just to pick off all those last bits of dirt. So let's get that grey layer applied, and just like Dad taught me, it's edges first, followed by long smooth passes with a 50% overlap. I actually find it very important to strain the paint and keep your paint gun very clean, because I reckon about 50% of the dirt that ends up in your panels comes from the paint or the gun itself. Some metallic paints can be very tricky to apply, and this orange being no exception. If you apply it too heavy, it comes out very dark. If you apply it too light, it comes out too silvery. So you kind of have to get the balance just about right. I find a good coat and then a gentle dusting over the top always tends to get the right effect. So what if you don't have expensive paint guns and an expensive paint setter? Well, fortunately the good people over at Independent Paint Supplies can supply you a rattle can in any colour. So you just give them a ring and they'll mix it up for you. So after applying the grey base layer, 2 coats, or at least enough to cover, of the orange, it's time for the clear coat. And I have to say, no limit is found without first exceeding it, meaning I have got this stage wrong many times.
Would you look at this?
I looked at that the whole time.
Isn't it amazing? It looks so good. I love this colour. It's such a nice colour.
It was a good painting day.
It was a good painting day. It's lovely. I mean, obviously in an ideal world, we would have the whole car, we would have blended the panels in.
Yeah.
But I think for just having a panel to paint, the ultimate test is going to be to put that piece on. I mean, it's a tricky colour at the best of times. It's a flippy colour. Look at that! Now, I would say that that's pretty bloody good.
It's close enough, isn't it?
It's close enough.
The big tell will be on the car.
On the car,
the door
yeah.
shut will be the big tell.
Because we don't even know if the other panels have ever been repainted.
Yeah, who knows?
The
The other bits may have been repainted.
But job well done, honey.
Thank you very much.
Good. I hope it's helped people at home to deal with their black panels. Is it safe? This is getting collected today.
Yes.
We've also made a little touch-up pot in case he needs to go around the car.
Yeah. And he can have the leftover base
leftover
coat.
paint, we don't need it. But no, fantastic colour, really nicely done. Project complete.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that video. I certainly enjoyed the job.
Oh, I enjoyed mixing the paint. I love mixing
You enjoyed
paint.
mixing the paint. I enjoyed spraying the paint. You enjoyed watching it. What's
I'm
not
going to
to
enjoy
like?
editing it and posting it.
And maybe you can enjoy subscribing to our channel.
That would be fantastic, wouldn't it,
Everybody
guys?
would be happy.
Everybody wins. Right, don't forget to check us out on other socials as well. Keep up to date with what we're doing. We've got nice, exciting projects, a couple of funny videos. But no, thanks very much for watching, guys.
Yeah.
We will see you in the next video.
Ciao.
Ciao. I have added all of the tinters to the pot. And now, what's that sticky stuff on the camera?
The
The thinners has melted